Do-do. What's going on? Move locations because the lighting is pretty bad. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Got to set up on the computer this time. That way I can actually respond to questions. So with my phone and my iPad the other previous time. So what's going on, Miss Andrews? Yo, what's goody? What's good? I'm gonna grab something real quick. Not going nowhere. Just want to make sure we don't have any issues today on the live stream. Bruh, what's goody? Credit is queen. Good day, good day, good day. Man, I got some nuggets for y'all today. My goodness. Credit nuggets. And if you feel the need, if you feel it's worth it, you're more than welcome to send a tip. Like I said, I got my first tip the other day. Never received a tip before. Just for giving some credit advice somebody loved. So, I mean, I appreciate you. You know, if you need to make a call, if you want to call or text me, I just put that number right there. If you need to call, text, or even fax, you can do that. My voice is slowly coming back a little bit. So hopefully y'all can hear that. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's get the mood set right. There's my phone. All right. Don't want to miss nothing. Okay. Look, check this out. So I just got something. I'm about to post a video about it here soon. Just peace. Yeah, I got you. I got you if you're ready. Are you able to remove a student loan for 30 days just for approval for a house? And how much? Just for 30 days. I am working on that. Actually, let me cut this off real quick. All right, sorry about that. Just in 30 days, I'm actually planning on releasing a service to where I can do some type of a sweep on your credit, maybe for something real low like $200, something like that, $300, where I can swipe it for a month or something, and that way a person can do something. As of right now, I'm not doing that yet. But yeah, I'm actually working on it. I'm working on a Connect, and Connect. If you're watching right now, that Connect is actually works for the credit bureaus. Know somebody who works at the credit bureaus. So if you're watching right now, make sure you contact me so we can try to get this in place where we can do that for clients. We can remove stuff, and we can make some money there that way. Lady, if you hear me, you out there. Okay, but as far as right now, I only do the cleaning process to get it totally removed off your credit, not just temporarily. And that's actually the first time I've had that. Usually people ask me, is it temporary or is it permanent? Because everybody does temporary ones. And I'm like, well, no, I only have a permanent one. Okay. All right. Need funding, but I have high debt, but need a loan to get the balance down. The only way to help you with funding with having a high amount of debt is getting authorized users to lower your credit utilization. And even then, with just having those AUs and higher debt, it still makes it a little bit more difficult than the average person who doesn't have that high debt. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It does lower your percentage of getting approvals. Doesn't mean you can't get any, but I see my credit is so bad. I really need assistance. Just peace. Give me a shout out. What up, Mr. Jeezy? Jeezy, hit me up on the line. Get a consultation. You know, I can give you some keys and stuff that you can do on your own. But if you're trying to get something for us to do here at Jade Knows Credit, then of course it does cost money. Just understand that, okay? So as long as you're able to do that, we can definitely get it done. If you need a consult, call the number I just put inside of the inside the chat for you all. Okay. What's going on, Cheek? Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Cheek? I seen you on at least like 3 or 4 streams. I appreciate you watching again. Is paying your cards, let's see, 3 and 15 days before a good hack for tricking the system? What do you mean, like paying them down to 0? Is that what you mean, Nikita? Give me specifics on what you're trying to say. My score is like 650 and I have a bunch of credit cards, need items removed. Please advise for us since I really want to buy a home. My last house was a foreclosure. Okay, so we definitely need to get that foreclosure off. If you want to do a credit sweep for that, or if you want to get our traditional repair, $79 up front, $120 for 6 months. And no, this is not FES. For anybody who asked me that question about a FES service, this is not FES. This is not a network marketing company service or no crap like that. No offense if you're involved with that, but that's not what I am doing here. Okay. But yeah, if you want to boost your score, I mean, it's not just about your score; it's about your overall credit profile. So knowing your score itself does not tell me nothing about your credit profile. All right, and if you want to get a consultation, you can do so by calling that phone number and scheduling a consultation, or sending a text to that phone number 1-833-33 J knows. Okay. Jose, what's going on from Texas? Texas, I'll be there. Alex, what's good? What's good, man? Good to see you again. I appreciate you joining another live with me. Okay. Love the knowledge. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Hey, Jay, I need inquiries removed. TransUnion has 8, 5. Not sure Equifax, but we'll check how much and how long does it take. It's $40 per inquiry right now. It's normally $50 per inquiry. So it's $40 per inquiry per bureau. It's not $40. Even if you got the same exact inquiry on different bureaus, it's still $40 per bureau. Okay. So let's see, 8. Let's see, 10 would be 400. So you've got 8 right now. What's that? 13. It's just showing here, but get that full total. Keep in mind, you don't have to do them all at the same time if you're not ready to do that. If you're not able to afford that financially, you can do 5 at a time. But it's better to do them all. If you, like you say, you have 8 there on TransUnion, don't do 5, just do 8. Because if you had 10, I say, okay, we can do 5 and 5 if you want, but 5 is the minimum. Okay. So you can do the Experian, get those 5 off if you want to just test the waters or whatever like that. But why not get them all off if you're trying to get funding? Okay. But the period of time it takes about 60 days as far as max, but I try to under promise, over deliver. Usually it happens a lot faster than that, even within the first 60 days. But I cover myself for different complications, like they're not accepting the ID, or they're not accepting the actual billing statement, or whatever like that. It's crumbled up, it's too old, those kind of things happen. All right, so let's see here. Is it $79 for the remove for the foreclosure or for other items as well? $79 up front, $120 per month for the traditional credit repair is for anything that you have that's negative on your credit. Late payments, collections, repossessions, bankruptcies, judgments, child support, late payments on your student loans even. That all can be removed with a $79 service, $120 per month. You don't pay for 6 months. You're not paying for the rest of your life like most services. So you pay for 6 months and you get 6 months for free of free repair. if everything's not off in the first 6 months. Okay. Uh, let's see. But yeah, Lynn, I don't know if you heard me or not, but yeah, it is okay. I will contact you. Got you. Trying to get myself updated on the questions here. I have 2 credit cards that's used to the limit. When it was reported over the limit once finance charges were added. Yep. Can your services do anything about that? Because I'm sure it looks bad. Yes, I do rapid rescore, which means that I can basically rescore your amount down that's reported. Now it's better if you excuse me. I'm just getting over a cold. If you don't know, that's what I am. So it's better if you actually made a payment already and you want it to report now. Let's say it doesn't report again until March the 5th and you want to buy something now. So if you go ahead and pay for it or pay it down and get that balance under control, and I can do a rapid rescore for you where in a few days, it'll report compared to having to wait until March 5th for the report. It can report now in the next couple of days. That way you can go buy what you need to buy, or go finance what you need to finance, or get a credit card or whatever, if that balance is hurting you. Okay. I wish I knew how bad inquiries went crazy with applying last year when I got into a financial jam. Inquiries can affect you really bad within 3 to 9 points per inquiry. Just depends on how many you have. But yeah, what up, Jay? Was she able to get it? Was she able to get it? Do you mean my assistant? Was she able to get what? I'm not sure what you're asking there. How can I speak with you directly? If you want to talk to me directly, you do have to pay for a $150 consultation. If you pay my assistant, you're only paying $25, but you're paying for me for my time. I am doing a lot of things. So if you want to hold up an hour of my time with a consultation, then you just have to pay for my time. It is what it is. I do these live streams, give out free knowledge. If you want to take additional time, that does cost. Okay. Hopefully you understand that. Everything ain't free. Okay. Let's see. How can I speak to you? Yep. Hot herbal tea with lemon will help. Yep. I got some herbal tea, detox tea. I got cut up lemons, limes. Only thing I don't have is like honey. I've got some organic sugar though, at least to give it a little bit of a sweetness, a little touch of it. I done drunk like 4 cups. I'm like teed out. I've been drinking that for the past couple of days. I had to drink some coffee this morning just because I just needed something hot, but I just did not want tea again. Okay. Let's see. Making 2 payments in a month, a good thing for the bureau, paying cards off. Oh, do not pay the card completely off. I will pay it down to where it ports a little small amount. Paying it under 10% is fantastic for your credit. Even keeping a little $10 balance is fantastic. If you pay it down to completely zero, it actually hurts you in a way, not as far as credit to debt ratio, but it hurts you as far as, let's say you pay it down to zero and you don't use the card again. Or if you use the card, you pay it down to zero again before it reports to the credit bureaus. Okay. The credit bureaus have a cycle. All right. So if you don't have any payments 2 months in a row, it automatically cycles out that algorithm of that card. So for an example, it's not showing that payment history, even though it might show on your Experian credit report or whatever, it might show as paid on time, but you didn't really make a payment because you had a zero balance, okay, when it reported. So it's better to keep a small balance. That's why I tell a lot of my clients, use one of your credit cards and maybe have your Netflix coming out of it every month. And then letting that Netflix report that little $13 or whatever, and then paying it, and then letting it charge you again for the next Netflix, and letting that report to the credit bureaus. And then you pay it after it reports, so it shows you have a monthly payment. Okay. And you might have a little small interest charge, but it's on a $15, $13, $10 a month something, or like a Hulu, $6.99 Hulu, for an example. You might pay, I don't know, 80 cents in interest, but who cares? You're doing that in order to keep that payment going, to keep it reporting. Now, you can pay something off now and then maybe not carrying a balance for 2 months, then that third month you carry a balance. You can do that as well. Okay, so that means like every like 6 months out of the year, you carry a balance. That way it reports. Okay, but you don't want to go more than 2 months in a row without your card reporting. Not just reporting a payment. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's see. How much is the rapid rescore? The rapid rescore depends on if you want it, on the like one bureau or you want it with all 3 bureaus. But if you get with my assistant, she'll help you out with what you need as far as how many bureaus, stuff like that. You want to get it, and she'll give you that price. You need black seed oil with honey for the cold. All right, I'm down with that. Some black seed oil. I like it just because it's black, and I have to try it. But no, I use a lot of black castor oil, stuff like that in my hair. And so anything that says the word black on it, I'm not biased, I promise. But I do want to try this because it's black. And I love the color black. I love black clothing and everything. I got a lot of black clothes. Was she able to log into the report? I'm not sure. You have to contact my assistant if she was able to log into it. She doesn't report to me until the end of the day, or if she needs my assistant, she'll let me know. But if she needs me or whatever, if you call and she has to get me on the phone, she'll call me and I'll help assist her with something. But you'll definitely have to ask her if she's able to pull it up. All right. I paid down, but when it reported the following month, it still showed that I once did use the card to the max over the limit. Oh, that's not important. It's not as important people think it is because it showed that you were maxed out, because over time, you're going to get credit limit increases anyway. And you can always ask for a credit limit increase. That's another key thing as well. If you want to get a credit card increase, do not ask for a credit card increase when your balance for that card is high or when you have any other balances that are high on your credit report. Because even though a lot of companies do, but even though your company that you have with your credit card may not do a hard inquiry pull, they can do a soft inquiry pull and see what your other card balances are as well as your current card balance with that company. So if you got a lot of every time because you have too much high utilization. Okay. All right. Lots of lemon though. Okay, I haven't taken any lemon today. Actually, I'll get some more lemon. I did have a little bit of OJ. I do need to go get something else today. Good to know consultation can be made directly with you. Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely pour some knowledge into you. I give you some codes I don't give on the video. You know. Oh, you just subbed, Brandon. You just subbed last night. Hey, I appreciate that. Share the video, share videos with somebody. I definitely appreciate you watching. Do I need to speak with you to pay $79 to remove all negative inquiries on my report? No, inquiry services is totally different. If you want those fastly removed. Now, keep in mind, I said $79 you pay up front. You pay $120 per month for 6 months. That is for the credit repair service. All right. You're contractually obligated to pay for 6 months of that service. Okay. That's all you have to pay for is 6 months. But it's $79 up front and $120 per month. I think a lot of people, when I say $79, they block out everything else I say. That's happened to me before with other clients. They're like, oh, I want to pay $79, you clean my whole credit report. No, $79 up front, $120 per month. Okay. So keep that in mind. But that goes for everything that's negative on your report. It does include some increase as well, depending on how recent they've been. From my experience, a lot of the increase will not be removed, like 100% of those inquiries. But as far as your negative accounts and stuff and late payments, those will definitely be removed. Definitely. Okay. Jeffrey, you got a consult with Dominique tomorrow. That's my assistant is Dom. Okay. So, all right. Fantastic. All right. So I've answered all those questions so far. What are we right now? We are how many minutes in? We are 20 minutes in. Fantastic. You can still keep asking questions. I'm just going to drop the number in here one more time, just so I know people don't want to scroll up who are coming on here brand new, and want to make sure that they're able to know what the phone number is, just in case they have any questions, they want to text it. Okay, it's right there again for you. All right. Now, there is a button that you can press. Like I said, if you want to leave a tip, you can. If you do have super chat or whatever, I would appreciate it. If any of this does help you, you can leave a tip. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. But I appreciate any blessings I am given. Okay. Definitely very humble. I'm not a very cocky person whatsoever. If you know me, you'll know that. I don't give knowledge just to give it. I want to give it to people who are actually going to apply it. Okay, because I hate telling people the same exact things every time and they don't apply the knowledge. That's what'll piss me off the most, is me telling you information and you don't go apply it. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you in the future going to apply these things I'm going to tell you. Okay, so today I mentioned about some credit card hacks when it comes to points. All right, let me show you something that I got with my points. I'm actually going to post this video tonight, but those of y'all who are on this live, y'all see this right now. Okay. Just got with my points. This just came in the mail with FedEx. I bought these with my points. These are the new Rock headphones here. They're like $249 if you pay for them cash. All right. But my other Beats headphones, they broke. All right. And so if you know me, my ears are shaped funny. And so I can't put like little earphone things in my ears. So I end up having to wear the big headphones. So this is what I wear when I talk on the phone. If you talk to me on the phone, I'll be on these. This is what I'm going to be talking in with these. But these are supposed to be like indestructible. But instead of me paying $250 out of my pocket, I got these headphones. I don't know if you can see that little bull right there. Okay, pretty hot. All right, but I didn't pay any cash out of my pocket. I used some reward points in order to get that. Now, back to the hoodie. In order to do a little hack, I'm gonna show you a little hack you can do with your credit card. Now, those of y'all might have some other, reward point cashback cards. Okay, let's say, let's say this right here is your card. Okay, this is your card. All right, this is your card right here, and you want to get the cashback off this card. Right now, this cashback on this card, I think, is like 1.5% on this particular card. Now, you just got this card last week, okay? And you want to maximize the points. You want to get that first 3-month bonus, but you also just want to be able to rack up a lot of cash or whatever because you just want more cash, all right? Who doesn't want more cash, right? So here's a good hack you can do. I got a couple of them, all right? And I'm going to go and look at some answers of questions as well, kind of back and forth. I'm going to go through one, answer some questions, go through another hack you can do, answer some questions, and hopefully that's okay to where you're getting some knowledge from one things I want to say, and then also you're getting knowledge of answering your questions, okay? So just hold tight with that, all right? Now, as far as getting some points, what you can do, go to the grocery store. Make sure you do not go to Walmart. Very important. Do not go to Walmart, all right? I repeat, do not go to Walmart. Okay. Go to the grocery store. Now, in the checkout lines, you have different gift cards, okay? What you want to get you some type of Visa or MasterCard. Do not get an American Express one. Get a Visa or MasterCard gift card, all right? Make sure it has the logo on it, all right? So what you can do is actually buy that card, put some money on it. Let's say you want to spend, I don't know, $1,000. Let's say you got to spend $1,000 in the first 3 months to get the bonus on a certain card or whatever, okay? So you spend $1,000, you put $1,000 on that gift card, okay? That's what you're doing. Now, I know you're thinking like, well, Jay, Why would I go to the grocery store, put $1,000 on a gift card? Like, how does that help me? Like, then I have to spend that gift card or whatever. All right. You want to register that card. Once you register that card, you want to get American Express Serve. You go to americanexpressserve.com and get their prepaid card. All right. And what you can do is you can actually transform that gift card into a check. All right. And deposit that money onto the gift card. I'm sorry, um, onto the Amex Serve card. All right. And you can cash it out, or you can get a money order with the card, or whatever that you want to do. You can take that money and pay that money back on the credit card. That way, there's a purchase made, there's no return made, and you racked up the points. All right. It's just a quick way that you can actually rack up, more points. Now, you could just take that gift card, and pull the money out, things like that. But I'm trying to help you get the points without having to pay any fees. That's the main thing. You're not paying any fees in order to do this. Okay. You're just getting that gift card, putting money on the card to rack up some points. All right. It's just a little quick way. And then you're also making a big payment back on your credit card, unless you just want to use that cash as a quick way to get a cash advance without having to get a cash advance through the actual card itself. Okay. Because a lot of cash advances might charge you 10, 20%. Some might charge you 3% plus some money. Some might charge you whatever. Then plus every month you got to pay interest rate, whatever like that. Some cards might have an introductory of balance transfers, but they don't have an introductory of no cash advances. None of them really do. So that's just a little smart way to flip that. All right. I'm going to go to part 2 here in a second. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay. Is this right? Yes, Lena, that is right. You can also call or text that number. Yep, that's 1-8. Let me actually write it out for you, okay? 1-8-3. Okay. Boom, boom, be doop. Let me actually write it out. I didn't write it out. I wrote the same thing. See, out of habit. Okay, now I put the number in there without the lettering. This is what the actual numbers are. Okay, let me make sure I miss any other questions. What is the best and quickest way to get my credit reports from all 3 bureaus for free or very cheap? All right, do you want to get them on paper, or do you just need to look at them? Okay, because if you want to look at them, you can actually go look at your credit reports for free at Experian.com. You can go to Credit Karma and log in and get your Equifax and TransUnion, and then go get a free account with Experian. You can go to freecreditreport.com if you haven't pulled it from there yet, and they'll give you your free credit reports there. You can go to every credit bureau. You can actually call every credit bureau and have them mail you one, and they'll send you a physical copy. You can write them in to mail you one. There's lots of ways to get them nowadays. I just say do not go through My FICO. If you do have My FICO, please get rid of them because they suck. And I am saying that they suck on camera. Okay. My FICO sucks. Change your service. Okay. But yeah, there's plenty of ways to do it. Hopefully one of those ways you haven't done yet, or you can apply. Let's see. Does it have to be an hour consult, or can you cut that in half as well? Well, yeah, it doesn't matter if you want to do an hour or hour and a half or whatever, or just in half an hour. It's just $150 for my consult. Okay, that's just a set price for my consultation. All right, if I'm going to do it personally through my assistant, of course, it is $25 through the assistant. Okay. All right. Making sure. You're welcome. All right. Part two. Building up those points. Another thing. Now, this may work for Walmart, but it may not work at every Walmart. Okay. The good thing about this hack is that with this hack, there's no like, only thing you might waste is a couple minutes or, of your time, or maybe even, waste a little bit of gas by doing it, because you might have to drive to Walmart or Food Lion or Circuit City, or not Circuit City, they're gone. Home Depot, Office Depot, something like that. All right. So here's the hack. Some of y'all work at stores and y'all already know what you can do, or you got friends that work at stores and you already know what they can do as well. So this might be very easy for you to do. Here, if you go to Walmart, buy something very expensive, buy a laptop, buy some big screen TVs, but I'll buy something small. Buy a couple of MacBooks. It's just smaller, but make sure it's just something that you can spend that's expensive. Okay, that really won't break your back by carrying them in and out. All right. So what you want to do is, when you get to the register, you don't want to pay for all of it with your credit card. You want to pay for part of it with your debit card, and the other part with your credit card. So maybe spend $50 on your debit card for the purchase, and then for the rest of, let's say it's a $4,000 purchase, put $50 on your debit card, put all the rest on your credit card. Okay. Then I want you to go back and I want you to return what you just bought. But when you return it, I want you to have them return it, because they're going to make sure, they're going to ask you, well, do you have that card on you? Oh, yes, I do. And you're going to pull out your debit card. Actually, no, that's my credit card. Let's pull out a debit. Do I have a debit card on me? Nope, not right now in the car. But you're going to pull out your debit card, not your credit card, and have them credit the whole return to your debit card. So now let's say you just spent $4,000. Now you've also got, what is that? $3,950 back on your debit card. So you just got to cash advance that way if you want to use that cash. But a better idea would be to actually just put it right back on the card. And when I say that, put it right back, pay the payment on your credit card. All right. Because now they're seeing like, oh, you just spent $4,000 and you just paid off $4,000. Okay. That helps you with getting better increases. As well as, let's say you had an American Express charge card, right? And you want to change your charge card to an American Express credit card. That way you can carry balances more and all that kind of stuff, and maybe get some more rewards. Well, if you want to be able to get that done, because you might already have a credit card as well as having an Amex charge card. So if you want to get a second Amex credit card without having to apply for one, and just changing that charge card to a credit card, you want to show American Express that you're able to make large payments. Okay, so you make that large payment of that $4,000, for an example. Okay, then when you call them and say, hey, you know what? I want to change this credit card from a charge card to a debit card. You might do that. Sorry, charge card to credit card. And you might do that type of person I mentioned before. You might do that, once a month, where they see that you're making those big giant $3,000, $4,000, $2,000 payments on that card, and you're able to change that card, as well as get a spending limit increase on your credit card or charge card as well. Okay, that's what they look at. Now with American Expresses, you also get 3 times the increase. I'm just speaking about them because I'm talking about them right now. You can get up to 3 times the increase if your credit qualifies. So let's say you start off with a limit of 5K. All right. If your credit score and your credit, and you making big payments, if you've been doing that, they can give you triple that amount. So you can go from just having a $5,000 limit to having $15,000 within a matter of 2 or 3 months. That quick, as well as you got all these points you just racked up by doing those payments and quote unquote returns. But it's not returned to the credit card, it's returned to your debit card, and you're paying it back on your credit card. Like you're cycling it out. And I heard people say they had a certain name for this type of stuff, but I don't get into technical names. That name doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I know how to do it. And that's just a quick way for you to, get that money. See, that's the thing, Louis. I don't know if you pronounce it Louis or Louis, so please excuse me if I'm wrong. Okay. But I'm just call you Mr. J. Mr. J, that is correct. Some places will make you, but some people don't be looking. That's why I said that this may not work every place you go, and you may waste some gas and that kind of thing, because I might have to go, well, I know a certain Walmart I can go to and I can get that done easy, because I always know who's at the return desk at the return spot at Walmart. I see the same people there. Usually when I go, if I go in the morning, I see certain people. If I go at night, I see certain people. Okay. But I know the one person I want to go to. And I'd be like, hey girl, what's going on? Yeah, look, I got something else, man. You know, my wife don't like this. My wife, she don't like this product. This product, she don't like it. I just want to go ahead and return it. And then she won't even be looking. And then she'll just say, okay, well, she just take the card and just credit the money back to that card. Like it's nothing. Okay. Now, this may not work for you at Walmart. You may have to go to a place like Office Depot. You might have to buy something there. But see, the main thing is you're not really losing anything. It's like I said, except for a couple of minutes of your time, or maybe a little bit of gas. Because worst case scenario is you return it and it goes back on your credit card. No harm, no foul. Okay, keep it moving. Go to another place. All right. And once you find that place, you already know you got a spot. You know that female or that male that works there. And when you make a return, make sure that person is there when you do it, And once you find that person, you might even make conversation. You've been working here a long time. Oh yeah. Did they ever give you any days off? Do you get days off? You get like set days off during the week? Yeah, man, I'm off on Tuesdays and Sundays because I gotta go serve the Lord. I gotta go to church and all that. So I'm off on Sunday. But other than that, I'm always here from like 7 to 5, like every day. You just mental note, she's here from 7 to 5 every day. Make sure whenever I return anything, I come back between 7 and 5 and see my girl here. And note, she's off on Tuesdays and Sundays. And when I get to my car, you write that down. Okay. So I know I got a spot. This is that girl's name, and all that. And I just take note of that. All right. And so that's how I find different spots to where I can, do things. And now, of course, if you just spark a little bit of conversation, you'll find out that people they don't be paying attention. They don't be me. All they see is like, oh, it did come back on the card. You signed paperwork, you signed it, or whatever. You got paperwork on the credit back to your card. You're happy, and you just made a quick move. All right. Any credit questions? Let's see. Credit questions. Yep. Hacky. All right. No questions here. Fantastic. All right. Another thing you can do, and this is not, I'm going to say this is not something that you can just do for racking up points. This is something you can do to actually get some cash. Now, a lot of the points that you get from certain credit cards don't really equal to a good amount of cash sometimes if you want to cash it out. Because you can cash it out. They can mail you a check. You can also have it credited back to your credit card balance. Okay. But a good way to cash out your cards, and I think even with Amex, and I was talking about Amex like I use a lot of their points all the time. I think with Amex, they changed I think my wife told me they changed their Walmart gift card points. They actually made them higher, which kind of pissed me off. So I was doing real well with the Walmart cards. But I rack my points up and I'll cash them out for some like Walmart gift cards. I know everybody goes to Walmart. Everybody does that. And so I would sell Walmart gift cards, because they're e-gift cards. So I don't have to give anybody a physical card. I can send them a screenshot or whatever of the actual account and everything. And they can just scan it on their phone and do that. So if I have $500 in Walmart gift cards that are all like e-gift cards, that means I can get it. I can go right now on my phone to American Express and say I want an e-gift card, and I hit the button. I put in my security code for my credit card, and then bam, I got an instant Walmart gift card in my hand. Okay. So now I might actually go to Walmart and be like, hey, I got some e-gift cards. If you want, if you want this $25 gift card, if you give me, $15 in cash, I'll give you this $25 gift card. Okay. I got $50 gift card. If you give me $30 in cash, I'll walk through checkout with you and have them scan it. You give me $30 cash, I'm gonna take off $50 off your bill. Something like that. So How long before my credit improves while I'm paying the 120 for 6 months? Your credit can improve within the first 30 days. Usually it's within 60 days, which, within like two months. But I've had a client who got their whole credit profile clean in the first 30 days. And I know people like to talk about that all the time when they have that one client it happens for, but that's not typical. Okay, that's not the regular thing, so usually it takes about 3 months. But everybody's profile is different. For an example, if all of your negative items just happen within the past 6 months, they might take longer than somebody who's had negative items over the past 3 years or 3 years ago. Okay. And actually, I want to touch on a video that I watched earlier. And I'm not going to speak any names because that's not what I do. I don't throw shots. I don't do that. That's not my thing. But I want to touch on the video that I saw from somebody I'm not affiliated with in any way, shape, or manner. But this person had a lot of views because they have a lot of subscribers, a whole lot of subscribers, and their original channel is not pertaining to credit. They just have a name and they just happen to want to talk about credit stuff because their credit stuff kind of went viral. And so they want to talk about credit stuff now. Now, the credit information that they were given in this video was like 90% incorrect, like 90%. And this is not a live that they were doing. This is like something they had, and it already has like 10,000 viewers or close to it. Okay. And, if you're watching this, like I said, I'm not trying to knock you, but some of the advice you gave, or 90% of the advice you gave, was incorrect. And just because I have people watching this, and I really don't want to give any names, okay? But what I'll say is this: if you are paying off collections, like this person was giving out information that they were paying off collections, and it was smart for them to work out a deal with the not with the original creditor. They said that they would go through the collection company and actually, oh, you know what I mean? Oh my God. They said they would go through the collection company and make a payment through the collection company, but it wasn't going to get off their credit. They just did it to set it that way it could show as paid. And if a person wanted to get it off their credit report, they needed to talk to the original creditor to get it off of their credit report. Now, number one, that's incorrect. Okay. Number two, you should not pay off your collections unless they're going to do what's called what's the technical term for it? A pay for deletion. Okay. And if they're going to do a pay for deletion, make sure that you are recording them. Get your recorder app on your phone. Record the conversation. If they say that they're going to remove it off your credit report, make sure they say their name, what company they're with, their account number or employee number for the company, and you have it recorded. That way, somebody's calling me right now, okay? But I'm doing a video, so I can't answer the phone. But make sure you have a recording of it, and that way, if you do happen to pay it, and you should pay it, if they do pay for deletions, you need to definitely pay it, okay? Because you gonna get it for a real low price. You might owe $3,000. They might say, yo, just give it $400 right now, and they'll take it off your credit report. All right. So, but if you don't have in writing, they're going to do a pay for deletion. You do not pay for collections. It shows up as paid on your credit report. It does not move your point score, not 1 point, not one. If you owe 10,000, your score will not move 1 point. It'll just be a paid collection. That's it. I want to make that clear. Okay. Now, she was saying that if you pay them, it doesn't take it off because you didn't pay the original creditor. Yes, it does. If you pay the collection company, it does take it off your report because they're doing it on behalf of the original creditor, or they bought it from the original creditor. There are some companies like Verizon who have their own in-house collection company. All right, so that is owned by them. But then there are companies when they get, let me tell you what happens when you get a collection, okay? When you get a collection, that is from a third-party company and not the original company. That company that was the original company sold it to said company. Let's call them portfolio recovery. All right. For an example. All right. So let's say this company called Credit sold your debts to this company called Portfolio Recovery. All right. Now, what the company Credit did, they already wrote off in their taxes. So let's say you owe $5,000. That was $5,000 deducted from their taxable income. They didn't have to pay any taxes on that money. So they already saved money on their books right there. On top of that, they're going to sell it for pennies on the dollar to said company over here. All right. Now, that 5K, they might sell that 5K for every dollar. They might sell it for 10 cents. All right. So if you break down 10 cents into, okay, times 5,000, what is that? $500. All right. Follow me for a second. Now, said company over here, Portfolio, hires somebody like me. Let's say, okay, you're going to work, you're going to make $9 an hour, but you'll make more money if you get people to pay for their collections over the phone. You get a percentage of that money. So you'll get a bonus of 20% or 10%, whatever you get people to pay of whatever they pay. All right. So they call you on the phone, or I call you on the phone. Hey, ma'am. Hey, sir. Actually, I can get a real phone. That actually looks a little bit more authentic, right? Yeah. Hey, ma'am. Hey, sir. I see you got this collection here. Now I see that you owe about $5,000, and I just want to know how you want to take care of this. Well, sir, I don't have $5,000 in my account. Okay. Well, look, we can set you up a payment plan to where you pay 3 payments of $500 a month. And I'll put you at $1,500. And when you pay that 3 payments of $500 and $1,500, then that'll take care of all your total debt. Oh, well, that sounds really good. Can y'all do, can I just pay like $250 every 2 weeks? Oh, absolutely. As long as you're going to pay it $500 a month, let's set you up for our auto payment. Can you make a payment today of $250? And then we do $250 every 2 weeks? Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I definitely want to get rid of this debt. I don't want this debt on my back anymore. Oh, yeah, sir, fantastic. Now that company has got $1,500 out of that $5,000. The company paid $500 for it. They're going to pay the person who called you. That person's going to get a commission of like $300, $400, $500 on top of that. Now, the company's net profit is still $1,000 to $1,200 in net profit from buying it from this other company. Okay. And now that other company as well wrote off on their taxes, lowered their taxable income, as well as made $500 by selling it to that company. All right. When you pay it off, it has to come off your report. It don't matter if you pay the collection company or you pay the company directly. If you paid it, if they're the person who is actually representing that particular client, or they bought it from that particular client company, when you pay it, it does pay it off with, when I'm saying this, when you pay it, it does pay it off. It's not you got to pay it off with the collection company, and you got to pay off the original amount with the original creditor. That's crazy. You don't pay it off one time with one and pay it off again full if you wanted to with the original creditor. That makes no sense. And I know you're probably looking at me like, man, Jay, why are you talking about this? Because we all didn't watch the video. But man, it just made my head spin. I was like, what in the world? And this is why everybody cannot be given credit advice, because they don't know what they're talking about. And you can't go by everything that you hear. If you need to hear it more than one time, if you need to research what I'm talking about, please do your own research. Don't believe crap until you get confirmation. I'm not trying to sell you on doing business with me. You don't have to. I'm trying to give you real, legit information and not no puff and smoke and balloons and what's shiny and to get more views and stuff like that. It's not what I'm doing. I want to give you real knowledge so you can actually give me some real comments and real feedback, things you've applied, things you've done. Some of y'all might do what I just said earlier. You might come up with another video. AJ, your other video, I racked up 10,000 points within 2 months, or whatever the case may be. I'm not doing this just for views or because, oh, I just went viral. Let's go ahead and do some more videos. No, I might get 200 views on a video. I would love to get more, but that's not why I do it. Okay. I'm sorry. Little rant there. Let's see. Question. Does your assistant basically explain how the program works, or does she actually remove items off report? She does a consultation. She doesn't do anything else but consultation. She actually goes through your reports and gives you a consultation, telling you what you need to do, making sure you know what you have on your report. Because most people call me and they don't know what they have on their report, or they think they know and they really don't know, because once we look at their report, we find out they have more stuff. Now, the reason for the consultation, Mr. Jeezy, is, let's say you want to get a credit suite, right? And that price is based on how many accounts you have, and it's based on your amount of debts and type of debts, right? So you tell us you got one bankruptcy, you got two collections, and you got two charge-offs, all right, that are all showing some negative history attached to those charge-offs. So you want to get those removed. We look at your credit report, we find out you have 5 charge-offs, you have a bankruptcy, a repossession, and a judgment on one of your reports, as well as you might have 2 other closed accounts you need to get removed as well. And now that price we gave you does not include those things. And whatever you submit, I'm not even going to look at the rest of the report. If you say you want to remove, and I have it on my list, you say you have this item, that item, this item, and that item, okay? And you show this much money in debt, this many accounts. That's what's coming off your credit report. I'm not going to go through and you didn't pay for a consultation. Now I'm actually going to do a consultation after you've already paid and found out that you got to owe more money, and I got to remove all these things off your credit. No, whatever you submit is what's coming off. I'm not submitting more than what's came off, or what you've already told me you wanted off because you didn't want to do a consultation. And that's fine if you don't want to do one. Just make sure you know without a shadow of a doubt what's on your report. That's all I ask. Just know, hands down, don't be calling me talking about I think. Don't be calling my assistant talking about, well, it's around this. I don't need no around. This is not a what I call it, where you call and you get an insurance quote, and that insurance quote is a quote because it can be different once they find out you got other stuff on your report, like you didn't tell them you had 2 DUIs back 2 years ago, all right, and they pull it that you had that plus 2 tickets and all that as well, then your rate's going to go up automatically because they're going to check. I'm not going to check. Whatever you put is what I'm taking off, all right, because I got to take more time, all right. Now, when I do a consult, personally myself, this is what I do. Not only do I have to tell you stuff over the phone and break stuff down to you, if you've got 21 accounts per credit bureau, I have to click through 21 accounts and look through your payment history. Make sure you don't have no lates, no derogatories, no 30 days, whatever like that. Make sure the balance is reporting the same way on each report if you have that same report on each bureau, okay? I gotta go through each entire one and look at it and double check it. Now, once I do that, I give you a plan, I'll give you the amount and all that kind of good stuff. Now, when you decide to pay it, it takes me an hour per report, at least an hour, not on the phone with you. I got to take an hour per report if I'm doing somebody's credit suite, and I have to put everything, and I have to write it a certain way. And that takes me an hour just to be able to get it off the screen from Experian.com and then put it on paper. All right? That's just that part. I got to go through a whole other process after that, but that's just getting it on paper. That's an hour. Now, if I got 5 people who signed up today, that's 5 hours of work I have to do just getting stuff from the computer screen onto my paper. All right? That's why I'm up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning writing stuff and putting stuff down, because during the day, of course, I'm doing some other businesses that I run as well and doing other things like day trading and stuff like that. So I'm spending my whole entire nights, once my wife goes, my son goes to sleep, usually around 10, 11 o'clock, that whole next 4 or 5 hours, I'm spending time writing this stuff up. All right. So that's why we tell you to get a consultation if you want to get one, because you get what you need to get done. And I don't want anybody calling me talking about, well, you took off this, you didn't take off that. Well, I have a form you filled out, which I can show live on anybody's live, and I can show the actual form you filled out and what you put on the form and what was removed. And you didn't list any of that stuff. So you can't come on my live sessions bucking about some crazy stuff. All right. Anyway, that's what that's for. Okay. I seen that. Alex, you crazy. You said I seen my sister send it to me and I said, don't do that. Oh man, what's going on, Raphael? Spill the beans. Oh man, Alex, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say it. Oh, I won't say it on video. You can do what you want. You're grown. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see the picture. The picture is so small here. I just saw Jeezy and I think about young Jeezy. So don't feel offended. Don't feel offended. It's all love. But definitely correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. Now, if I say something wrong, I'm gonna tell you, like, look, usually if I don't know, I'm gonna say I don't know. If you watch any of my live videos and somebody asks a question I didn't know the answer to, I'm like, you know what? I don't know that answer. I'll get that information at some point because I haven't done such and such and such and such, but I don't freaking know. And it's better to not know than to know certain things because you look dumb trying to explain something when somebody might be on this live who has more knowledge on that particular subject and then tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I don't like people just leading people and not giving them that real stuff. You see what I'm saying? I want you to get that real stuff. And if you're still watching, and I appreciate all of y'all watching on your lunch breaks and all that. If you're still watching, do me a favor, just give the video a thumbs up. I'm just going to ask that right now. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm doing a live video. Hit it so you know when I'm dropping a new video. I do have a new video coming out tonight. Probably I might even do 2 tonight, depending on what I have to get done for the rest of the day. All right. But let's see. Quick question, Malik. Can you remove inquiries and still maintain a credit account? Yep, sure can. I can remove any inquiry you want to remove without having to remove the account. All right. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry. I just got like 3 new credit cards back in December. Actually, one of them I applied for in November. I didn't really get it until December. Okay. So, I have no inquiries. I have 0 inquiries. I have a lot of clients who have 0 inquiries. If you go through, go to J Knows Credit on Instagram. Instagram, JAYKNOWS credit. No underscores, no spaces, just at J Knows Credit. Okay. Putting that out there as well. All right. So yeah. So this is my phone here. You see, this is in my Credit Karma. I didn't, put anything there. All right. As you can see, 0 increase. Equifax, 0 increase. Okay. So as you know, I did just buy this house. This is my house. I just closed on this house that's in the background. I just closed on that in December. So of course I should have inquiries, right? But I don't have any inquiries. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you something I'm not doing for myself. So if you don't want any inquiries, you can get your inquiries removed. Right. Let's see. Foreclosures removed. Yep. Get those off too. Yes, you keep your cards. There's nothing that's closed. No accounts are closed. Just the inquiries don't exist. They're not taking my house. I'm definitely not taking this credit card. I had this credit card here. Yeah, I applied for this credit card right here. That one I showed in another video. I always have this card in my wallet. I have a little iPhone, little wallet thing for my case, for my phone. So this is my everyday card. So I usually have it with me all the time. That card, but yeah, no increase. I'll also be able to keep my cards. Yep, you got to get out of the chart a second to do a thumbs up. You do? Oh, I didn't even know that. I know you had to get out the chat to do that. That's crazy. All right, but yeah, just wanted to drop that knowledge. Anybody have any questions? You got any questions for me that I can help you with personally? let me know. Right now it is 2:30. Just hit 60 minutes. Thank you all for being patient and letting people ask their questions, and also letting me do my rant. If you learned anything, definitely let me know. But there's ways to the game. There's always hacks to things. If you find a hack that I don't know, let me know. I've told you I'm a very humble guy. I'm not gonna say like I know everything there is. But the reason why I am Jay Knows Credit is because Jay Knows Credit is humble. And so I know based on things that I learn. And if I learn something new, I apply it to my life. Once I apply it to my life, then I can share with other people. So if you have something that you learn, because Jeezy might know, Malik might know, Cheek might know something that I don't know. So when you give something, that downloads into me, and I'm able to apply it, and I can download it into somebody else. Okay, and so I'll never bash anybody, like that for giving information, as long as you're giving the right information. Okay. But I won't call you out. I ain't got time for that. That's too petty for me. I just want to make sure that people have the right knowledge. Because there's a lot of blind people leading the blind out here and stuff, especially when it comes to credit. And with credit, I mean, you do something wrong on your credit, it can set you back big time. It ain't no little setback. It ain't just like, oh, I made a small mistake. Like, no, you messed my whole life up for the next 6 months to 2 years. That's what happens with credit. So that's why I like to try to correct things. All right. Jeezy is possible, but it's not 100%. If you need something done really, really, really fast, pay for a sweep. If you cannot pay for a sweep, get some hustle and get it. I don't care if it's by me. It's still gonna cost money. You get through me or somebody else. But you need a sweep. If you're trying to get something done ASAP, pay for a sweep, credit sweep. You don't need to pay for anything else. All right. If time is limited, do not take the risk of paying for traditional repair. Oh, I do have something on that topic. I had a client call me yesterday. I don't know if it was last night or during the day, but it was yesterday. Okay. And they explained to me, this is actually a referral. Somebody that was referred to me by one of my friends. And, they paid like 3 different people, like $800 here, $1,200 here for traditional credit repair, traditional letter writing credit repair. Okay. And so I let them know that they are not allowed to do that. Based on the laws when it comes to credit, you have to follow those laws. And this is the reason why a lot of credit companies get shut down, is because they're not following those laws. All right. And I'm going to tell y'all this. This is whether you go with me or not. I'm not trying to sell you on me. Okay. I'm trying to give you that real. All right. So based on the laws when it comes to credit, federally, this is a federal thing. Okay. You are not allowed to take full payment for credit repair. That's why I say, if you want to pay in, you got to pay credit sweeps. A sweep, you got to pay in full because it happens so fast. But I got clients who call me who are paying for traditional repair, and they're paying for it all up front. And that is 100% illegal to do. Okay? I want you to follow me. Not anybody. I'm not calling out anybody. I'm just letting you know what the freaking laws say. Okay? Now, for traditional credit repair, you're supposed to pay for at least 2 months before you can pay it all off in full. So once a client has been paying 1 month of a payment, 2nd month of a payment, that 3rd month, if they choose to, they can pay the whole entire balance off of what they owe, or they can not do that and just keep the payments going. But I got people who are paying for traditional repair right all up front. They're paying for all up front. And no, that's not right. You can't, by law, they're not supposed to do that. Okay. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix your credit over 6 months. Go ahead and pay me $1,000 right now. Now, pay me $1,500 right now. I'm gonna take care of your credit over the next 6 months. Or it might take me a year, but go ahead and pay me all of it up front. They can't do that. They're not allowed to do that. They're not supposed to do that. And I don't do that. The reason why I don't do that is because I don't want you to try to back charge me for trying to do something, you know, like that. And that's why with my traditional credit repair, you can pay for that with a credit card. You can use a credit card. You can use a debit card. Okay. And you can actually pay, $79 up front with a credit card. So if anything happens that you don't think is shady, you can get them, you can dispute it. Then you pay 120 a month with your credit card if you want. And I know people that will not accept credit cards for credit repair, but I take credit cards for credit repair because I know what it's supposed to do. I know what the process is like. I know you're signing a contract and you're also paying over 6 months, and I'm not breaking the law. Okay. Now, for a credit sweep, there is no type of regulation over a credit sweep. And that's why a lot of people don't or might tell you to not do a credit sweep because you have to pay all of the money up front. Okay. And that is a risk you have to take if you want a sweep. If you don't want a sweep, don't get a sweep and pay for traditional credit repair, because the sweeps themselves, you got to pay for all up front. Well, Jay, why I got to pay for it all up front? Because it happens so fast. If I say I'm going to take payment for a credit sweep, when is it supposed to end? Am I supposed to take the payment after you've already got your whole credit cleaned up? So I just did all this work. Now you just paid $100, or $50 or $79 for an example. And then you're supposed to pay me on the back end once your credit is clean. Well, now where is the protection on the buyer side, on the person who's doing the work side when it comes to that? There is none. So I might have 50 things, that I'm doing and I'm not getting paid for it. All right. And so on the other side, on the buyer side, you might feel like, okay, well, where's the protection on my side? You don't have any protection on your side. There is none. I'm just letting you know that 100% up front. You have no type of legal type of nothing going on with that. And that's why people who do sweeps do not take any type of credit card payments, because a person can get all their services done and then just hit the button and dispute it with their bank or dispute it with PayPal or whatever and get all their money back, even though they got all the services. Now, you might say, well, if you did it, you can prove it. Well, how can I prove something was removed from your credit report when it comes to doing a credit sweep? Because if I say I did credit repair for you, they say, okay, I should have some proof of some payments over a period of time. And I don't have that. So every time you dispute it, you're automatically going to win. And I'm not going to have any payment for any of my services. Then I'll just pay my assistant money for her services. And now my company is now bankrupt. Okay. I'm just giving you that real. Everybody will give you this real stuff. I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell you for real what the process is like. So I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to do a sweep, do not do one. Okay. Because you got to pay either Walmart to Walmart. I'm not doing Cash App anymore for sweeps, just because Cash App now you can use credit cards with Cash App now, and people are finding a way to get disputes done through that. All right. So Walmart to Walmart, bank deposit, Google Wallet, Apple Pay. You can pay through Apple Pay. I accept that. Okay. And Zelle. I love Zelle. Other than that, for sweeps, there is no other methods. I'm sorry. Don't ask me. I'm not going to accept it. I don't even have PayPal because I hate PayPal. So don't ask me for PayPal. Even if it is friends and family, I just hate PayPal. PayPal is not a bank, number one. That's why they have so many issues with their clients and so many issues with people who actually sell things on eBay and all that. I don't like PayPal. Until they've actually become a bank, then I'll mess with them. But they are not a bank, if you didn't know that. All right. Let's see, questions. Wow, I paid in full and the dude is still doing it over a year. Yep. Yeah. I'm just, telling you what it's supposed to be in the laws. Okay. What is the average cost for a sweeper? Is it per case only? It is per case. It's starting out at $800 and it goes up from there just based on what you have on your report. $800 will take care of 5 accounts, and those 5 accounts can be on all 3 bureaus, the same 5. Even though it's a total of 15 accounts, it's still just 5 accounts because the same exact account. And so you're not going to pay for 5 times 5. You're going to pay for just those 5. If it's $5K or below, and it's not child support, it's not bankruptcy, it is not repossession, and it's not a judgment, there's no extra fee. You're going to pay $800 and you're done. If you've got 6 accounts with the same amount of debt, you might pay $900. If you have between $5,000 and $10,000 in debt, you're going to pay $1,200. If you have between $10,000 and like $10,100 and $15,000 in debt, you're going to pay 11% of whatever the amount is. If you have a bankruptcy that's included in that, you're going to pay an additional $600 on top of that. So you're going to pay $1,200 for that. For if you just say you had $13,000 in debt, for example, plus a bankruptcy. So you're going to pay for that $13,000, you're going to pay 11%. Let's just call it 150. Let's just call it $1,500 for an example, plus another $600. Okay, so you're going to pay $2,000 for that. Now, I want people to do math. Don't do emotions. Okay, math itself has no emotion. It's the people who are emotionally tied to their money. Okay, so when you spend money, you don't spend it based on how you feel. You spend it based on mathematical equation. Because when you spend on how it feels, you're going to kill yourself every time. That goes for clothes. That goes for anything that you buy. Okay, you don't spend money based on how it feels. Okay, I don't get here and preach and give you an emotional movement to get money out your pocket. I'm not a preacher in the church. I am a parking lot preacher. I preach in the parking lot. Okay. But I'm not trying to emotionally move you. Okay. I want you to have a actual stable mind. I'm not playing an organ. I'm not setting the mood right for the room. I don't have any sweet smelling anything that you can smell that's coming through the computer. Anything you smelling is where you at. And if it stinks, I'm sorry. If you're at work and your coworkers stink, I'm sorry. Not my fault. Okay. But I'm not going to emotionally move you for you to spend some money with me. I'm not going to do that. I want you to have a level head because I don't want you to call my phone every 2 days asking about your service. I want you to spend the money and be at peace. If you're not at peace about spending the money, do not give me no money. Well, Jay, I don't know if I should. Okay, well, do what you got to do. And if you want to get started, call me back. I will not follow up with you. I will not call you back. I will not be sitting here, hey, sir, I'm not one of them guys. I'm not going to be calling you. Well, you should spend the money with me. You should go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Real phone. I'm sorry. You should spend the money with me. You should, sign up for my service. I'm a great guy. I'm definitely going to do it. Just spend the money. Just send the payment. You send the payment right now? Did it go through right now? Did you send it? I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I make my own money in other ways. So I'm not trying to force you to do something that you're not at peace about doing. And if you don't have no peace about it, you shouldn't do it, period. That's God speaking to you right there if you believe in God. That's God telling you don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. You don't have no peace, don't do it. And if you feel some kind of way about it until you want to look at, I got people who call me and say, man, I've been watching you for a year and I haven't done nothing with you until I watched you for a whole entire year. And I read comments and stuff. Then I signed up with you after a year's time. And I never commented on anything, but then, I watched the last video you made and I was like, man, it's been a year I've been watching this guy and now I'm ready to do something, bro. Okay. So I'm not, it's whatever you want to do. You might go somewhere else and spend money first and then find out that company was full of crap and then you come back. And if you don't come back, you might find somebody else who does a great job, a better job. They may be cheaper. They may cost more. Don't call me and try to compare prices. My prices are not going to change just because you're trying to make, so-and-so down the street does this. And for you ladies out there, ladies, get your hair done. You got your hairdresser. Your hairdresser making your hair grow. She's got your nails growing. She got your hair looking healthy. She might charge $200 more than somebody else, but you don't care because somebody else might F your hair up. They might make you get split ends. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to keep going to that same exact person who does your hair because you know them. You know their technique. You know their products. Okay? And that's what and anyway, I'm not even gonna preach about that no more. Not gonna do that. I'll go on a whole nother rant here for another whole 30 minutes to an hour, man. I don't want to kill y'all today. But how long does sweeps take 60 days max. When I say 60 days, I mean like 45 business days. Okay. I've had sweeps come off within 2 weeks for certain bureaus. I've had a bureau take longer than others. Okay. But I tell everybody 45 business days is what you're looking at the max. And it'll come off before. That's just me, you know, under promising, over delivering. All right. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Um, you know, anything that you learned from things, do some research on it. Even the things I told you about with the credit hacks, try it. That's the only way you research it, is by trying it. You're not gonna be able to ask somebody, hey, can you do this? You won't know until you actually do it. I've done it, so I know it works. Okay. That's how I got these headphones I wanted to get without spending the money on them. Any real money. Okay. But thank you all. God bless you. God bless your finances. This is your favorite guy in the hoodie. If you need anything, hit us up at J Knows Credit. And you have a blessed day. Thank you, Miss Andrews. Loves hacks. I love it. I love it. And I'll have some more hacks for you all, some more information for y'all. And I think tomorrow I'm gonna just drop some more tax stuff. So you want to know some tax? Because Jay knows taxes. I've been doing taxes since I was 25. I'm 36 years old, by the way, and I've been doing taxes for 11 years, as far as educating on taxes and things like that. And so I haven't paid federal taxes now in 11 years. I don't pay federal taxes because I make sure I get enough deductions to where I don't have to pay taxes. But I file taxes every year. So I know tax codes. I know that kind of stuff. Um, this year they're making it a little bit harder for some of the state tax. I might pay a small percentage this year just because some of the changes. But you want to pay as little money as possible. You don't want to pay a lot of money in taxes. But anyway, I'll drop some tax nuggets next time, as well as a little bit more credit nuggets. And y'all be blessed, man. See y'all later. Credit is queen. Cash is king. All right. Hit me up if you want to get a sweater or t-shirt with it on there. And I'll see y'all later. Jay out.